Why am I a lesbian? I've never ever felt any attraction to men like other women do. And when I was 14, I realized that I am different. Instead of starting to like boys like other girls did, I started to feel attracted to other girls. People accuse me for choosing to be like this. They believe that sexual orientation is a sinful choice. When you tell them you cannot feel attracted to men, they don't believe you. Why me? Why am I different? My hypothalamus got defeminized before birth. I was born this way. This is how nature made me. Is it in my DNA? Is this written in my genes? The root is genetic, but the hormones that acted on my developing brain during the prenatal period played an important role too. Sexual orientation is a polygenic trait, so there is no single gay gene. I repeat, no single gay gene. There are hundreds of thousands of gay genes. There are many genes involved, so I got my WGS to be able to read the entire story of my DNA, and this is what I found out. I have all the SNPs discovered in the largest genome-wide association study on sexual orientation that was performed in 2019. These are the SNPs I have them all, as I said. I am homozygous for this variant for pheromone recognition and the recognition of men as a sexual partner, and that's why I don't like the smell of men. I find it disgusting. I'm also homozygous for this female-only variant for lesbianism. Genes for steroid hormones are very important for sexual orientation, such as androgen receptor gene, the IR gene. I have short androgen receptor alleles, and my androgen receptor is upregulated, and my body is over-responsive to androgens. The progesterone receptor gene is also involved in sexual orientation of the female. I have a rare variant in my progesterone receptor gene. I don't have congenital adrenal hyperplasia, but I have some cytochrome 21 gene variants. These are the variants. Mutations of the glucocorticoid and mineralocorticoid receptor genes can also result in high androgens from the adrenal gland, and this can defeminize and masculinize the brain, like in congenital adrenal hyperplasia. These are my variants in these genes for glucocorticoid and mineralocorticoid receptors. I also have upregulated thyroid stimulating hormone receptor gene. Genes involved directly in the development of the brain and brain structure can also be important, such as ODZ4 gene. I have many variants in my ODZ4 gene. See here, lots of variants. Genes involved in the neurotransmitter pathways are also important, such as serotonergic system genes. There are experiments proving that females with serotonin system mutations feel attracted to other females, as you see in these rats or mice. All the genes in my serotonin system are mutant. None of them is wild type, as you see here. I have many variants in my serotonergic system, all of them resulting in low serotonin activity. Serotonin activates the 2A and 2C receptors to feminize the brain, and these are mutant in me. Variants for high dopamine, such as COMT gene mutations and many other variants, can also interfere with the developing hypothalamus and the female sexual orientation. I have these COMT gene variants. I have the methionine genotype combined with a short androgen receptor upregulated and the slow COMT, as you see. Most lesbians smoke, and I always asked myself, why do most lesbians smoke? That's why I'm single, because most lesbians smoke. Maybe it's the cholinergic system, the genes for nicotinic acetylcholine receptors. I have many mutations in these genes, and maybe they are genes for sexual orientation too. The best thing I've done for me in this life is not starting to smoke. All the people who smoked in my family smoked more than 50 cigarettes per day. The endocannabinoid system, is it involved in female sexual orientation? According to the largest genome-wide association study on sexual orientation, it might be, because there are shared genetic variants between female sexual orientation and cannabis addiction. I have many variants in my endocannabinoid system, some of them very rare, extremely rare. According to animal studies, the glutamatergic system is also involved in the sexual orientation. I have many variants in my glutamatergic system, such as DAOA, the components of the NMDA receptor. These are my findings in my DNA, many variants in my glutamatergic system, some of them common, some of them rare. There is also a prenatal stress hypothesis of sexual orientation, so genetic variants that result in a lower stress resilience can also make females homosexual or bisexual by overactivating the HPA axis, which can result in defeminization and masculinization of the hypothalamus. These are my variants for these neurotransmitter genes and other genes. These are my findings. Hope you enjoyed my presentation.